we got some brand new concept art for what could have been featured in Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's talk about a very different Electro, a different Green Goblin, and one that had his hang glider based on the Vulture's wings. Okay, so I'm going to have a bunch of concept art scrolling by here, and when I want to talk about something specifically, I'll just hold on that image. So first and foremost, here's a look at Willem Dafoe back as the Green Goblin, but obviously you can tell some changes and liberties have been made to his suit and what happens. In my opinion, I think this looks good. It looks clean, but obviously Dafoe right here is quite a lot younger. Now, I do want to say that the artist on Instagram, Josh Neezy, did pretty incredible with this art, so nothing personal against him. I just see why Marvel Studios did not, in fact, use some of this. And with the story they went, you could see how they went in a different direction completely, as we've talked about with other concept art, which brings me to talk about Electro. Obviously, another step in that evolution of what he could have looked like. Here, he reminds me of almost the Flash with how his suit looks in the film. And you kind of get what they were going for there with the energy flow, and here you see it without that. Again, it's a great effect, and I see what they were going for, like the suit right here and everything. And you can see how elements of this and even the Green Goblin made it into that final cut, which again, I think looks just about exactly how you would expect some concept art to look that's trying to convey an image that they're going for in their head in relation to what Marvel told them. Okay, now getting back to Green Goblin, I want to talk about this armor right here, which again, another evolution. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of this one. It just, I don't know, something about it, maybe all the silver on top of all the green is clashing and not really giving me a look I'm a fan of. Maybe a few redesigns, a little purple in there, a little more, well, a little more purple outside of the little dim that's on there. Maybe that's just the coloring, I don't know. It could be better, but this is the interesting factor in this one, which reveals that the Goblin was using Vulture's wings. So this would have been a really interesting take on his return and how he gets a glider back. And going off of what we've seen with other designs trying to incorporate the MCU, this does make sense. I get why they didn't use it, and it looks a little ridiculous and huge, but overall it's a pretty good design in my opinion. It just wouldn't have worked well for how fast you have to move and how much room they had to work with. So overall, some pretty great concept art to talk about and to kind of look at what might have been.